Well, I am just getting over the flu. This is the third day. Um, I'm not feeling sick. I just got a stuffy head right now, and I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos and videos. I caught some Facebook lives with Jason Cisneros and Raymond Cash Care, and you know, and then I've been listening to the some interviews with David Goggins. These are all ex-Navy SEALs, and but Cisneros got my attention. He was, at some kind of press conference. He just came back from a vacation. I guess he wrote a book or whatever, and but he was talking about people labeling you, with PTSD and bipolar, and he's like, and he's just like, F you, right? And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I work so hard to curb my tongue and not, use curses and swear. But I know what he meant. And the reason I don't do it, because when you look at what, like the F word means, is for unlawful carnal knowledge. Okay. So that would be like, having sex with somebody, right, outside of marriage. Okay. And if that's not really the intent of what the topic is, then it doesn't make sense to use that word, right? and and all kinds of other words that are curses that are, um, you know, have different meanings. And so me and Michael Caballero have talked about, he's a pastor at our church and he's my buddy. You talk about spiritual warfare and the words, what they mean, and how they actually have put a ripple out there in the world, and 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 they can, there's a song that says, that they can be felt by all the beasts of the in the air and in the fields, and so I just be careful what I'm saying, but I understand the frustration, and I understand, but these guys like Cash Care and Cisneros and Goggins, I mean, they are like, what, it reminds me of that movie, or the book, um, in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Fellowship of the Ring, where they're running from this fire and darkness demon through these caverns underground, and they go across this bridge, and Gandalf the Grey, the wizard, stands there against this demon and goes, "You shall not pass!" and collapses the bridge, and he and the demon both go, fall through the earth, and they battle, and as they're falling, and end up the other side, and he ends up becoming Gandalf the White, which is a more powerful wizard. But the whole thing is that one person can say, what, this is it, all right, and this is going to change, and we're going to do it right now, and and on my authority, all right, the space between the top of my head and the bottom of my feet, and we're going to make this happen. And you can start off with all kind of like losing weight. I mean, the big thing Tony Robbins, that he did was that he was fat, and he lost weight, and that gave him the confidence to get going further. Now look at him, right? And then me, I was, I thought I was done. Couldn't do one pull up. I just look at my shoulder, jacked me up totally, upper body. I had, I was running, and then couldn't run anymore. I get lactic acid buildup so bad, my calves would tighten up, and my hands and feet would get puffy, and and I'm like, I'm done. And then Al Clark died, and Van Hall called me up, and Al, Van wasn't nice. He, you were not made to be that way. You were meant to be active. And I got started, and now I got sick, right? So I'm like 3 days of not doing nothing. And it drives me crazy. I'm listening to Goggins talking about what he did, and I'm like, oh man, last night I wanted to get up and go run, but I just, I'm like, I'm making it, do I run, or do I do I rest and sweat this thing out? Well, I rested and I sweated it out. Now I'm going to go run today, 4 miles. I got congestion in my nose, so I sound funny, but I'm good. I'm functional, and it's a nice day. But it's these guys are strong men, Goggins and Cashcare and Cisneros, and they're the kind that are like, you shall not pass. Don't be, yeah, you're not getting past me, pal. All right, and I totally relate to those guys, right? And it's not, I get people that give you excuses, and I'm looking at them like, you're giving me an excuse right to my face, and you just expect me to accept that. I don't think so. But is that fight worth it? Is that fight worth it? I used to get in fights all the time, and then I started boxing, and hours in the gym, with Roy Jones Sr. and Roy Jones Jr. and the sparring and endless sparring, and the last thing I wanted to do when I wasn't in the gym was throw punches at somebody, and somebody's come want to try me out because I'm a boxer and they think they can handle me. I'm like, you know what? If I ain't get a trophy for beating somebody, or a recognition for beating somebody to somebody, then you're not worth it, pal. You want some of me? The gym opens at 5:30, and if you're not there, you're chicken. But so it's picking your fights. Fight when you want to fight, not when the other guy wants to fight. When the other guy wants to fight, you don't want to be there. And there's all kinds of lessons in that. But there's, pushing through. When you find the path, you need to run on it. Okay, and run hard on it. And it doesn't matter what it is. When the opening appears, you need to jump through it, not just walk through it or step across the line. You need to bolt and get there.